This day just gets better and better, and I'm so over it. I am so over it.
This is me at the end of the first day of a well-planned out trail running weekend. The plan was to camp in Sedona, run Wilson Peak, run that morning in Sedona, then head to Flagstaff and trail run some more. That's not what played out. You'll shortly see that the day didn't go quite as planned and turned into a big old crap show. All the while, I did a poor job of filming. So, hi, I'm here to piece this video together. So for me, the first two things with camping solo are, one, determining where I'm gonna go. What campsite am I planning on going? Do I need to get a permit? Do I need to get a reservation? What have you? And what time am I gonna get to these campsites? And just kind of get an outline of a schedule. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be followed exactly, but I like to have this schedule for part 2 of this, which is telling somebody or telling multiple people where I'm gonna be and kind of an estimate of the times I'm gonna be there. Plan for the worst, expect the best is kind of something I go by, just because say I do get lost, I don't show back up at the house. Well, if they have an idea of where I could be, then they're gonna get a jump start on where to start searching. Kind of sounds grim, but again, plan for the worst, expect the best. Now, if you're planning to go somewhere super remote and maybe you're backpacking solo, it might be a good idea to invest in a GPS so people can really actually know your location and follow along. I know we had those as backpacking guides. Sometimes those GPSs can be expensive, so the cheaper version is get your phone and share your location for the duration of your trip. It won't be super precise, but it'll give them an idea of where you are. And that's really all we're looking for. Anytime the plan changes, I let people know as best as I can. I do my best to find reception if I don't have it and give them a holler. This is just one more way to be safe while you're camping solo. Well, unfortunately, I think it's Manzanita campground was completely full. I missed the last spot by literally 1 minute. I'm headed up to Cave Springs campground, which is about 10 minutes north of here, which may also be full because driving through Sedona, it is so so packed full of people. I don't think I've ever seen it this full. Fingers crossed that I'll be able to get a campground. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. My plans are a little bit shattered. Alright, finally made it to a campsite that isn't completely packed. And there's hardly anybody around. This is what I came out to do. Not be with the hordes. Listen to the trees. Oh, that is nice. Okay, home sweet home. It's all set up, and now I think I'm gonna go and try and find a different trail because my plans are fried. But one of my biggest points I was gonna talk about today on camping alone is just come up with a plan and then have a plan B, and I guess it's also good to have a plan C. I'm pretty familiar with this area, and friends have come to this dispersed camping location, so I'm familiar and I've heard of these places, so I kind of had an idea of where to go. But had I not known, my whole trip I would have maybe had to get a hotel, but it seemed like everything in Sedona was completely booked up and completely full. These bee things are obnoxious. What in the heck? They like want to be my friends. Stop it. I'm not wearing any sort of perfume or anything. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm literally gonna have to go sit in the tent. That was not the point of this trip. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. My 6-mile run. I touched base afterwards with David just to make sure they know where I am, what campsite I'm at. I was really hoping that by the time I got back up here, for some reason those bees would go away. Well, they haven't. I haven't gotten out of my car yet because they're swarming the car. I don't understand. Why has this day been so rough? Usually it's like, here's your plan. You stick with it, you follow through, you have a great time. Golly, like I'm not gonna be able to cook dinner outside. I'm gonna have to cook it in my tent, which is not that safe. Or in my car, which again, is not that safe because of these dang bees. New campsite, yay. I don't think I'm gonna be setting up my tent again. So I'm just gonna set up shop in the back of my Subaru, which I have done many a time, and I will just, it's all so dusty. Whew. I already set up my tent once. I'm not doing it again. Maybe tomorrow I will, but not today. So that being said, I'm going to get my dinner ready. I am so over it. I forgot my fuel. Good thing is I don't have to heat up my food for dinner, but it will be nice and cold. What a day, man, what a day. But days like today when like a lot of things go wrong and and you're just like, God, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. These are the days that it's really fun to have friends around because you can laugh about them instead of get pissy. At this point, I'm a little bit pissy. It's just been one thing after another. But it's cool. I don't mind some cold quinoa. At least I have food. At least I brought food. So, yeah. Living the dream. Living the dream, let me tell you. Today's probably not a good day for me to be talking about camping alone because I'm over it. I'm over it. But the fun thing is I will remember this, and this is a memory that I will always have. Yum! Cold quinoa and chickpeas. Honestly, yeah, it doesn't matter that this is cold. I am very hungry. This is great. So anytime I'm camping, especially when I'm camping alone, I like to get to my campsite well before the sun goes down. Especially if I'm showing up to an unknown campsite, I like to see it in the daylight so I can see where the level ground is. And then of course, I'm most likely gonna have trail run before, so I'm gonna be hungry and ready to cook some dinner. I don't enjoy doing that in the night. I just don't like showing up to a place in the dark because you don't know where you're setting up. You don't know where the good views will be in the morning. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I'm out. I'm done. It is not even dark yet. And I am comfy in my car. I'm gonna read. Maybe I'll journal a little bit. Watch the sunset from my car. Yeah. So much for being out in the elements and in the solitude of nature. I'm not gonna pretend like I am. I mean, I kinda was. I mean, my legs are to show for that. I'm filthy. Filthy! I'm a walking pig pen right now. At least I don't stink too bad. I get that tent camping can be scary. I've been doing it since I was like 5 with people and then without people on my own. So if you feel like tent camping is a little too exposed for you, I'd recommend starting out in your car, which is what I ended up doing on this trip anyways, but it's a little less exposed. You can lock it and you have a hard shell around you. Once you've car camped alone a couple times, then you can transition to sleeping in the tent alone. And you might be a little more comfortable that way. I also had a friend who could not bear the sound of little squirrels rustling around because everything always sounds bigger in the nighttime, but usually it's like a squirrel or a rabbit. And so anyways, she would put in headphones so she couldn't hear anything and she could actually get a good night's sleep. I don't do that. I like to know what's going on around me, even if that means I'm going to be up a couple times in the night, but to each its own. If that's how you can get a good night's sleep, do it. Good morning! I slept like a champ here in my beautiful car. It was nice and warm compared to the pretty chilly outside, so it was a good thing I ended up sleeping in my car. Yeah, I slept really well and woke up a couple times to rearrange myself, but didn't even have to go to the bathroom at night, which is great because I hate getting up and then I sometimes get a little scared. Peace of mind is a really big thing for me and getting a quality night's sleep. So I bring a weapon along with me just to give me that extra peace of mind. I'm from Texas, so you can probably assume what that weapon is. You may not need that for your peace of mind. You may feel perfectly fine camping by yourself as a woman. I'm not really scared of the animals out here. It's more the people that I might encounter. I'm not probably ever going to use my weapon. It's just, again, peace of mind. I have it. Yeah, it just brings me some comfort. So there's a lot to be said for peace of mind when you're out camping by yourself. I do what I can to make myself mentally feel safe. If I feel safe mentally, then I really am not worried about a lot of things and I can actually sleep at night, which ends up being safer for me when I get out on the trail because I'm not running on 2 hours of anxious sleep. So, yeah. Today is going to be a great day. I am determined to have a much better day than yesterday. Not that yesterday was bad, just it wasn't perfect. So I am going to go ahead and break down camp, which is currently just one chair because I already took my tent down last night. And then I'm going to get some coffee and we will start the day. The first time I ever camped alone was on my 19th birthday. I was terrified to hear a very, very large animal outside my tent. I didn't sleep all night only to find the next morning it was a beautiful horse who'd come to keep me company. Camping alone can certainly be uncomfortable. This video is proof of it, but it's outside my comfort zone that I become a stronger, more self-sufficient human who's confident in myself and my abilities. The real fun of camping solo is being solo. I make the decisions, I call the shots. I decide to leave Sedona and head to Flagstaff a day early in hopes to find an open campsite. With that, I gain independence and freedom. No one else will have the same story of the killer bees, no stove fuel, and setting up camp in the back of my Subaru. Though I love shared memories, I cherish the ones I can call my own. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Get outside and be uncomfortable. Pump it louder, come on, don't stop.